Ready. Look at that smile. So how's it going, Angela? How you doing today?
It's going great. I'm good.
Perfect. Well, I want to first say I appreciate you taking the time out so that we could do this client spotlight and give people a little bit of background on your story, your transformation, and how this whole fitness journey has begun and currently where you're at today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So
Okay.
my first question to you is, how does it feel now that you have lost 24 pounds, 10% body fat, and over 30 inches off of your body? How does it feel?
Really exciting. It feels amazing. Lighter. I'm happier. I'm more confident. I could go on for days.
Lighter, faster, stronger, more confident. Okay. So, well, how did it feel before you had lost the weight and the inches and made the transformation?
I was a runner. I've been a runner for about almost 11 years. And so I stayed in cardiovascular shape, but I felt like there was always another piece to the puzzle that I was missing because my body didn't look like I wanted it to. And I could run 7 days a week for miles and fast and all that stuff. And I wasn't getting the results that I was hoping I would get from doing that. And so there was always a little bit of frustration there because I was working really hard and not really getting any results.
Okay. So with the running, you had to have seen some type of results. Maybe were you losing weight, but the definition wasn't there, or well, like what about it? What about it did you not exactly like?
When I first started running, I lost a lot of weight quickly.
Okay.
But then it kind of plateaued. There was a place that it plateaued and my body didn't really go anywhere from there. I had really strong muscular legs,
Okay.
but the rest of me was flabby and just wasn't put together.
Okay. So the legs were with all the running, your cardiovascular and endurance was there, but everything else wasn't coming together. So from the lower body down, you were pretty happy with that, but from the upper body or from the waist up, not quite where you want it to be.
Yep,
Got you.
yep.
So when you were doing the running, and was it full marathons, half marathons, 5Ks? Like what exactly?
Mostly 5Ks, but I did. I had done a half marathon also.
Okay. And what was your time when you did your half marathon? Let's say your first or the most recent before you started here, and then what was your last time after you had begun training here at Max Impact?
The exact time on the first one was somewhere around 2:36.
Okay.
And I was actually pretty happy with that because I never stopped running. I ran the whole time and that was my goal. And then after I started at Max Impact, I had been working out at Max Impact for about 8 months and I did another half marathon that was a little hillier.
Okay.
And I cut 40 minutes off my time. I did it in
Wow.
1:58:07. So I was
Wow.
pretty happy with
You
that.
said 158.
1:58:07.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice. So you got it down to the second there.
I do.
Perfect. Well, so we shaved off like we got to do math here, but at least like 40 minutes off the time.
Right.
That's crazy. How'd you feel after that?
Amazing. I cried. I
Oh,
hit the finish line and I cried not because I was done, but because I knew how well I did. And I never thought that I would do that well in a half marathon.
nice, nice. Congratulations, congratulations. So, what kind of obstacles were preventing you or were stopping you from coming in and coming in and checking us out here, or any group or personal training or anything like that?
The biggest obstacle for me was, like I said, I knew that I was missing a piece of the puzzle and I knew that there was another level. I didn't know how to find it. I
Got
didn't know how to find that next level. I knew that there were places, people, businesses out there that could teach me how to eat right, teach me how to work out right, but I didn't know who was reputable and who wasn't. And I didn't want to take any chances with my body. I didn't
right.
want to get injured. I didn't want somebody to feed me the wrong kind of information. And so my obstacle was just finding the right fit in the right place and knowing that I could trust where I was going.
Okay, so how'd you figure out to come? How'd you figure out to come here?
A friend of mine was coming to boot camp, and she, knew that I was a runner and stuff. And once she had been coming for a while, she said, I think that you would love this place. I really want you to check it out. And so I did. I called you up, made an appointment, and I came in, and I was sold immediately.
And here we are, man. She like 2 years later now.
2.5.
2.5. Holy cow.
Later. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And, and the cool thing is, here we are 2.5 years later, and obviously your transformation, a big portion of that happened way back when, but, you're still retaining and maintaining your results, so it's not like this, we got these great results, but then, you see someone a year after that, and then boom, we're back to where we were, if not more. You've retained your results and have been kicking ass, and I don't see anything slowing you down here in the near future. So keep up. I don't either. So let's talk about diet a little bit. So how was your diet before you started coming here? And then
I drank a lot of sugar and cream in my coffee before I started. I was a sugaraholic.
Sugaraholic.
Yep, I love sugar. And so that was one of the first things I gave up, was putting the sugar and the cream in my coffee. And I know that we've had lots of discussions throughout Max Impact about how to do that. And for me, I just did it cold turkey. And I love coffee, and I still drink coffee, but my coffee's black.
Straight black, huh?
Yep. And so, we went out to eat a lot. I would say that we ate relatively healthy, but that's a whole different term for me now than it was then. I thought I was eating healthy then.
Yeah. So,
I know I'm eating healthy now.
Yes. Okay. So there's a difference between eating quote unquote healthy and like really eating healthy and able to back that up with some kind of proof, right? So let's talk about the healthy eating you were doing back then. Like, just give me an example day, and then the healthy eating that you do now. Now, we both call them the same damn thing. They're both called healthy eating, but one's going to get you where you want to be, and the other one, we obviously know the kind of results the other kind of healthy eating gets you. So let's talk about the quote unquote healthy eating and the real healthy eating. What the difference is for you?
Before starting at Max Impact, what I considered healthy eating was making sure I got 3 meals a day. And, I had some snacks here and there. And my meals would often consist of breads. I grew up in farm country, so we were meat and potatoes kind of people. So you always had that with dinner, or you had pasta, things like that. Now, we might have done the whole wheat pasta here and there, the gluten-free pasta. And we did a lot of gluten-free stuff. So of course that's healthy. If it's gluten-free, it's healthy, right?
It's gotta be.
There's still lots of sugar and all of that stuff in those products. So ate a lot of stuff out of boxes and cans and things like that. So that's pretty much a lot of sugar. I mean, just too much sugar.
Did you track anything?
Never tracked anything. I have no idea how many calories I used to consume. Too many. I know that, but I have no idea how many.
Okay.
Lots of fat, all that.
All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like in hindsight, right? You didn't know that back then.
I didn't know that back then. I thought I was doing okay.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now let's shift gears and talk about, how the diet has been lately.
So and now
let's stop using this word diet. It's really lifestyle, right? Because it's
Absolutely.
what you do day in and day out. It's not something that you're going to cut off and then go back to doing what you're doing. It's your new lifestyle. So let's start using the word lifestyle now. So how's your new lifestyle? How do you eat your new lifestyle?
We eat lean and clean. We don't eat anything out of a box. We are very choosy about the things that we eat out of a can. We read our labels. We do mostly all whole foods. And we eat a lot of protein. We really don't have any starches in our diet. We've learned what good carbs are versus bad carbs, and we keep the good carbs in our diet, leave the bad carbs out. And I don't drink sugar and cream in my coffee anymore. That's huge. I drink a lot of coffee, and that was a big one for me.
So how many calories you think just with the creamer and sugar and everything that you were adding to, and because this is something you're drinking daily, right? So
oh yeah, multiple
right?
times a day. I have no, I don't even, because I don't even know how many calories is in that stuff. I never tracked it before, so I didn't care.
Yeah, and then you went cold turkey, so it didn't matter after that.
Yeah, but now we track everything. We log everything we eat. We make a menu at the beginning of the week, and we go shopping. We make our grocery list off of our menu.
Okay.
We go shopping for our menu, and that is what we stick to for the week. And then we are able to log our food into MyFitnessPal at the beginning of the day for the whole day, and then we see how much room we have to kind of play with and what kind of snacks we can add in if we want to or need to, and we keep it on track pretty well like that. So my whole family does.
Your
it's
whole
not
family.
just me.
So it's a family affair. I like that.
It is.
So what I heard in there was, obviously you changed a lot of things. One of the things you did, you cut out a lot of sugar. Now I don't know the exact amount, but you essentially went cold turkey and just chopped the sugar off and the creamer and all that. But I also heard food prepping that you and your husband do, as well as tracking on a daily basis. So those were things that you weren't doing, and you had no idea how many calories you were taking in. And it sounds like before it was just what are we going to eat today? Oh, let's grab this box and let's go ahead and chow down on that.
Yep, that's right. And I just want to say that I was very resistant to tracking my food.
I can remember that.
I didn't want to do it. It seemed hard and just time consuming,
and all that.
It changed everything.
It
changed everything. It made all the difference. Yes. All the difference in my body.
And and there's people that's watching this that, I'm going to recommend them, they're going to start our program and they're going to say, hey, I don't like tracking my food and MyFitnessPal and all that. And you don't have to use MyFitnessPal, but any way of tracking what you're eating, I think is important because there was a time where you were eating quote unquote healthy. The label said gluten-free. The labels probably said high protein, might have said paleo or whatever whatever the buzzword of the month is in the fitness industry. But when you start to track, you can know without a doubt how much protein's in the food that you're eating, how much sugar's in it, how many carbs you're taking in, how much of the total food you're eating has, what percentage of it is fat, right?
Right.
And all these things, and more importantly, how many calories did you take in? Before you go into the macronutrients and all that stuff, I think if you just know how many calories you're taking in as step number one, that makes a big difference. Angela Holmes, she was mentioning, like, when she actually started tracking, she realized that she was like eating over like 2,000 calories, and it's just like, I had no idea, and I thought I was, I was doing great. So I think tracking, I keep hearing it over and over. The more I do these spotlights, tracking is like where, like, all of a sudden the light switch goes off and the changes, you're already making changes, obviously, but all of a sudden the major changes and everything just starts to fall into place.
Well, that's where, we all have a trouble spot on our body that we just seems like we work so hard and we just can't quite get there with that trouble spot. And when you change how you eat and you really dial in that diet paired with your workouts, it will happen. It will happen. I am living proof that it will happen.
Yes, you're living proof, and we have other folks in the fitness family who are living proof, and I guess we're just going to have to keep hammering it home, and then hopefully the whole world will be tracking what they're eating, and we'll all be in great shape. That's the goal, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right. So, couple other questions. Before working out at Max Impact Fitness, was the only thing you were doing to stay in shape, was that only running, or did you ever try and mix in any weights or anything like that every now and again?
It was pretty much only running. I had a friend that was a trainer, and so she gave me a few things to do, but I didn't know what to do at a gym. I only knew how to do cardio equipment. Okay. And so really my life was based on cardio workouts only if I did do anything at the gym. Sure. And I never toyed with weights or anything like that. I didn't know what I was doing. And so no, it was really either running or some type of cardio on a
What'd you say?
On a machine. I didn't know anything about sliders and, other things that you can do to turn it up, like that. Yeah. Things that I know now that Max Impact has taught me.
Yeah, and I've even seen you, putting a couple of workouts together with that you and your husband do on the weekend sometimes, and you've gotten pretty good and pretty creative, you know. So I'm glad I'm glad we were able to rub off on you some of that stuff, because we, you know, obviously we want to be able to get you guys in great shape, but as part of maintaining that is obviously knowing how to eat and the lifestyle part of it, but also we want you to, you know, if you ever were out of town and on vacation and you just want to, you know, throw a little workout or something together, you got some general ideas, and you got good form, and you can at least do a little something to be dangerous out there, you know, and still get a good workout in. So that's good stuff. So based on your transformation, how has your life changed?
My confidence. It's impacted my self-confidence more than it's done anything for me. I like getting dressed in the morning. I like going out places and, you know, wearing a dress and getting dressed up. Shopping is really fun. So it's more like the confidence issue for me. And I'm stronger. Just all around, I'm just a stronger person, and I see that how that fits into my life functionally at home when I'm doing things.
Right.
I can do more than I used to be able to do because I'm stronger now. So those two things have made it's been huge.
Got you. And black coffee.
And black coffee.
Yeah, cold turkey, man. I'm gonna go back to that really quick. So we talked about you went cold turkey, like just and you never went back. That's crazy. That's good stuff.
I'm not gonna lie.
Can do
like
that.
A little treat every now and then. I mean, but it doesn't happen. Not even on a weekly basis.
Nice.
I mean, it just doesn't. I can't do that. I work way too hard to have a cup of coffee with cream and sugar to ruin what I've worked so hard to do.
Yes, and I think that's part of the, you know, there's obviously the external transformation that you see externally and the confidence and being stronger and all that, but I think also there's a mental aspect of it, you know, mental strength, being able to say no to things that you just thought you absolutely had to have before, you know, and mental strength to push through when you don't think you can do any more reps, you know, and getting over, you know, saying I can't do things to, you know, how can I overcome this? You know?
Right.
And it's just a shift in the mindset, and when it happens, it just makes all the difference. And what I find is once people make that transformation inside and out, they don't go back.
Right. That's right. Yep.
So one final question for you, and I am going to let you go. So my last question for you is, I like to give some free information, and, you know, I like to give great information on fitness, but I always like to talk to people who've made the transformations themselves. So if you're going to give the folks watching this, you know, 1 or 2 tips on how they can make a similar transformation just like you did, what advice would you give them?
One thing that I would say is, you know, use the tools that are given to you. If you come to Max Impact is loaded with tools to get you to where you want to go. Use them. If you don't use them, it's not going to happen. So use those tools that they give you. But honestly, I think always remember that fitness is a journey, not a destination. And you are going to learn so much about yourself and even the people around you. And surround yourself with like-minded people that are going to support you and support the decisions that you're making about your lifestyle. And you're going to get to those goals, and then you're going to set new goals, and you're going to get to those, and you're going to set new goals, and your baseline is going to completely change. And that's when you never go back, because you can't let yourself slip back past that baseline. So I think most importantly is fitness is a journey. It's not a destination.
Yes, I'm in 100% agreement with that, and it's a process, and you you guys, all you guys who made the transformation, you guys didn't, you didn't start one way and just, go from where you are to where you are to, where you were to where you are today. And it was just this perfect straight line to success, right? It had ups and downs.
That would have been really nice.
Right?
But at the same time, when I say it would have been really nice, I wouldn't have learned what I've learned about myself had it not been difficult along the way. And so I'm actually thankful and appreciate those times because it teaches me more about myself and how I can get past those obstacles and do better the next time. And
and more, and all those things help you in sustaining your results long term.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I want to say thanks again, and appreciate you taking the time to do this interview. Very insightful stuff. And being a great client and being a great example for others that are looking to go down the same path, who may have struggled in the past, may have just, started out with running and, maybe quote unquote eating healthy, but you're an example of, with the change that you made with your diet or with your lifestyle, I should say, obviously your workouts and everything. And here you are today. So congratulations and thanks for being an awesome client.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Hey, no doubt. So I will see you here for boot camp tomorrow, and we'll keep it rolling.
Absolutely. See you then.
All right. Thanks again. Have a good one.
Bye. Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look great.
Okay. Thanks.